Bruins versus Buckeyes. UCLA. In other words, I did not know this going into the game, but this is going to be UCLA's backup quarterback first game. He is starting his very first game. Well, how fortunate for him that he gets to play his first game against the best team in college football. It's not going to end well for him, but hey, at least you get your first start against the best team, so it's now or never. This is his first entire game. And yeah, it's going to be a bad night for him. And with that said, it's been a good week in college football as well. A lot of good games, some upsets. And yeah, we're right there at the finish line for this first regular season. Can't believe it. We all know what's coming. It's like that show from, what was that show with the dragons? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of it. It's, where they say winter is coming. Or the dragons are coming. I can't think of it, man. With the princess and say the Game of Thrones, I think. Thrones of Games, or no, I think it's Game of Thrones. Yeah. So it's coming next week, to be precise. But I'm hoping that. I'm hoping that our guys are focused. I'm assuming that they're going to be focused. They're going to be ready. I hope we don't get caught looking ahead, because if that happens, we're still going to win the game, but it will be closer than what it should be. So hopefully, we're focused on this game and get this W out of the way and then handle our business next week, which we should do. Because Ryan Day's job depends on it. I don't know, guys. I've been thinking a lot about whether or not I can take another L to that team up north. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it, to tell you the truth. I'd rather just, win than going through that stuff again. And there should be a flag, because I don't know what UCLA is doing. They're just sitting there waiting to hike the ball. And yeah, there is the late flag. They should have threw it like 10 seconds ago, but they didn't. But anyway, yeah. I don't know if I could take another L, man. Ryan Day, he needs to show out. But right now, it's UCLA. So I'm just going to say it's the best rivalry in football. Now Ryan Day, he looks like he's going off. I don't know what he's yelling about. Oh, maybe he's yelling about how they didn't throw the flag and how they waited like a couple of seconds to actually throw the flag. And he's like sitting there, but they threw the flag. Ryan, just calm down, man. He's going psycho over here on the sideline. Ryan, calm down. It's not that bad, okay? They're still 3rd and 8. Or wait, did they pick up the flag? Am I missing something? See, I always miss something because I don't have audio on, so I just gotta assume by my vision, and hopefully my eyesight will not fail me. But sometimes I do get things wrong, just like that. I guess they threw the flag and they picked it back up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's 3rd and 8 for them. They ain't gonna get this first down anyway, so they can try, obviously. Look, their quarterback's shaking because they had to hand off the ball instead of throwing it for 3rd and 8. Surprise, surprise right there, bro. Surprise, surprise. Now there's a flag. What is that flag for? There was another flag. I don't know what it was for. But nonetheless, it's 3rd and 8, so I guess we shall see if they're able to pick up this first, which I doubt it. And they're getting a retry. I don't know why, but okay. Sure, give them a retry. They ain't going to make it. See, look, just like I said, they didn't make it. Yeah, no big surprise there. We shut that down. But it is... Guys, how many games? Right? Because it's the 15th now. You go Sunday, the 16th, Monday, the 17th, Tuesday, the 18th, Wednesday, the 19th. Wait, we still got one more game. I don't even know why I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting all this, right? No, I think I'm thinking too far ahead. I think we have one more game after this, actually. I might be jumping ahead. Or am I right? What is Ohio State's last game? No, I mean, we know what the Ohio State... how many games does Ohio State have left? I don't even know, guys. This is crazy. I know this is crazy. 3 games left in the regular season. Who? Oh, my gosh. We played Rutgers? Seriously, guys, I was jumping ahead. I thought we was playing that team up north next week. Oh, man. Well, that just made me feel stupid. But listen, I don't know, man. This week been going by fast, and everything's just been combining into one lately. Okay, so it's not this week. It's next week. Yeah. The week after, right? Gosh, I thought it was... Oh, okay, that's where I got it wrong. I got my dates mixed up. That's what it was. November 15th. Oh, and it looks like there's a fight on the field. Looks like UCLA players want to get a little bit rowdy, but yeah, I got my dates mixed up. I'm looking ahead. I know the team's not looking ahead, but I guess I'm looking ahead because, listen, that's the only real game left on our schedule because that's like the best rivalry in college football ever. So, of course, I'm looking ahead to that game. Because, I mean, look who we're playing. We're playing UCLA and Rutgers. This is going to be easy 2 weeks. Easy 2 weeks right here. That's why I'm just jumping ahead. Because playing these teams, man, is just kind of... I mean, I want us to play good teams and beat them. You know what I mean? But I guess we'll do that in the playoffs. And in the... the Big Ten championship game. One-hand grab by Jeremiah Smith. Woo, that was beautiful, man. Caught it with one hand. Just grabbed that thing right out of the sky. Woo! And both his feet were in bounds. Heisman, he should pose. He should pose for the Heisman. Jeremiah Smith. Say his name a lot, man. Are we surprised anymore? No, we can't be surprised anymore. Because we already know that he is that good. So, of course, he's going to be in New York. And, of course, he's probably going to be a first-round bye pick for the NFL whenever he decides to go. But, hopefully after this season ends, he'll stick around again. Really build up his legacy. Then he'll be able to pass some other wide receivers that have, like, records and stuff like that. So, hopefully. I don't know, man. This camera's making me look fat. I feel like I'm really fat in this camera. I don't know, I feel like a fat cow. Maybe I should start talking to you guys like this. moo. That's it. That's the entire first quarter. Moo, moo. Man, I do though. I did eat some pizza before, so that's probably why I feel fat. But yeah, and we're still moving the pile. It's first and goal. And we're still moving the pile. Are they going to call that a touchdown for us? They should. They never blew the whistle. There is a flag down, however. It's probably coming back. It's probably on us. We was really close to the goal line right there, but we didn't quite get in. And they threw a flag, so I'm assuming this flag's going to be on us. Probably holding or something like that. Let's hear the ref. Oh, it's on the defense! Decline! That's right. We'll take that first and goal. This is going to be an easy touchdown. QB sneak right up the middle for the easy 6. That's what's going to happen. Claiming it right now, man. So we all know we're going to win our next 2 games. I thought there was only like 1 game left, but I was wrong. And hey, that makes me more excited though, because that means more football. All right. Yeah, awesome. So, and we just got a touchdown with the 1-yard rushing TD to Bo Jackson. All right. Bo Jackson was able to punch that ball in for the 6 points that we needed to get by UCLA. You guys want to hear something crazy? When I do these videos, I film it one take. So whatever I say or do will go into the video. And I always keep that in the back of my mind because I don't want to make myself look too stupid. But, I mean, I ain't calling myself stupid. I ain't stupid, but I'm sometimes, listen, I'm not perfect, so sometimes I can get stuff wrong, and sometimes I can say dumb stuff, all right? It is what it is. I'm just a human being. I ain't no Albert Einstein. Although, I probably could beat him in a game of Family Feud. Depending on the questions. Are the questions set for his period of time? Or are the questions set for my period of time? Or something in between? Because if it's something in between, I would beat him. But if it's something, all the questions from his timeline, from his life, then he'd probably win. Because obviously he would know more about that than I would. But if the questions were for my timeline, then obviously I would beat Einstein because he wouldn't know as much as I would about my current timeline. But if it was in the middle, in between both timelines, his and mine, I would still beat Albert Einstein. In Family Feud, I would. My family versus his family, definitely win. Because of me. Because my big, beautiful brain. I probably talked about this already once, but I'm going to say it again. Albert Einstein, when he died, they put his brain in a museum. You can look that up. True fact, true story right there. Yep, you can go visit it. How is it not rotting away? I don't know, but somehow they're keeping it pinkish. Pinkish. Maybe like brownish pinkish. That's the color his brain is in the museum. Oh, man. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But there were a lot of losses here today. And we're going to get into them. Not this quarter, probably. But definitely going to be talking about some losses later in this game. Right after we get a comfortable lead here. It's already 7-0. UCLA with their starting new quarterback who's never played a game. They have no chance whatsoever. But I mean, I guess our team still could be looking ahead, right? Because they could. Oh, look, there's Deadpool with a taco on his head. Okay, awesome. But yeah, I mean, we still could get caught looking ahead because we all know what's coming, right? And I'm not talking about Thanksgiving either, and that kind of switches up my ideas too for videos later this week. Oh crap! I just now realized that. Now I gotta rewire my whole entire thinking, because my brain was just set on one way to go with videos. But now it's shifting, obviously, because I want to save those videos for that week, for that particular week. So now I'm going to have to switch it up, which is fine. At least I have those in my back pocket for that week, right? I'm not excited about next week's game, but I do want us to beat this. Well, we are going to beat this team, but I am excited about this game, especially now that I know that this is the very first time UCLA's backup quarterback is playing in a game. So, we're going to see how he does. As long as we bring some pressure, he should not be able to get barely any passes off or make wrong reads. He'll probably make some mistakes, probably throw some interceptions. Probably throw it over his wide receiver's head, and his wide receiver won't catch it, and he'll be like, well, why did you throw it to me? He's like, I did throw it to you. I threw it over your head. He's like, well, I can't jump that high. And he's like, why not? He's like, because I can't. And then the quarterback is like, well, I thought all black people could jump high. And then his wide receiver says, well, man, I'm not Michael Jordan. I can't fly. And then the quarterback of UCLA goes, oh, yeah, man, that's a good movie. I like that movie. I like Lola Bunny. When I first saw her, I wished that she was my girlfriend. But then my mom told me that she was fake. And I said, no, she's not. She's on my wall. And it's a poster of... Okay, I'm going to stop. I was trying to go way too far with that joke. Way too far. Listen, we have a little fun. That's what it's called. We have a little fun. Wow. You never know what you're going to eat. You never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get till you pull one out and see what it is. I may be stupid, but I know what love is. Alright, so 2nd and 4. Oh, he was not able to hold on to the ball. The UCLA wide receiver dropped the ball. Oh, what a big surprise. He heard those Ohio State defensive men coming to get him. And he's like, oh, crap. Oh, I don't have it. Please don't hit me. Yeah, an easy W, man. I don't know what am I supposed to say throughout this entire game. Can't, because, I mean, come on. We're playing UCLA. They're 3-6. Right? I mean, we all know who's going to win. There's going to be no drama in this game whatsoever. Oh, there's a flag. Oh, yeah, false start. Back them up, ref. Back them up. That way. That way is back. Well, actually, I guess if I would have went like this is back. And that's sideways, right? Because this is my left side. This is my right side. And this is the middle. And that's the back. And that's the top. And that's the bottom. And that's the center. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Defense. 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 But But a good week in college football, though. I'm really excited. Oh, yeah. I feel like Mike Myers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. False start again? On who? Okay, on UCLA. That's like their second false start in the in like just 2 plays. Like, what are they doing? Why can't they get their stuff together? It's like the backup QB. I know this is the first game. Is he messing up the snap count or what? Is he supposed to be clapping? Is he supposed to be whistling? Is he supposed to be saying, "Hey, guys, I know we're not going to beat Ohio State, but hut"? I mean, is that the hut call? I don't know, but whatever he's doing, he's messing it up and giving his team a bunch of false starts, which is good for us. I ain't complaining. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, he ran right through that. Oh, UCLA, they picked up a lot of good yards. Ooh. Hey, by the way, Space Jam is a good movie, though. I really do. When I first saw that movie, man, listen, whoo, that's a good movie. It's a good movie with an awesome soundtrack. Good movie with an awesome soundtrack. Jam. Now welcome to the jam. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Everybody get up. It's time to slam down. It's going over overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your dance. Do your dance with the Space Jam. Alright. I'm not gonna sing any longer. I'm gonna stop singing this now. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your dance. Do your dance with the Space Jam. Alright. Oh, man. But, yeah, it's been a crazy week in college football. Crazy weekend. Oh, boy. Let me tell you about it. First, let's talk about Texas A&M versus South Carolina. Oh, my gosh. This game was going into halftime 30-3. South Carolina was winning. Yeah, they were. They were doing everything right. But then here comes the second half. And as you all probably know already, Texas A&M beat out South Carolina, being down 27 points. They scored 27 unanswered points in the next half. Now, I'm not saying that's scripted, but I don't know. Listen, I kind of felt that way because I don't know what the heck happened to South Carolina during that halftime. Like, they just completely shut it off. Maybe South Carolina thought, that they was just gonna basically just run out the clock, right? That was their whole entire game plan during halftime. Instead of keep your foot on the gas, it was take your foot off the gas and we're gonna coast. That's what it seems like when they came out of that locker room. And that's why Texas A&M, South Carolina, being South Carolina, Texas A&M was able to take them out to get the W. That's what I mean by taking them out. Like, they stopped them from scoring any points. Defense stopped playing. South Carolina defense stopped playing. But it could have been script. I mean, I'm just saying. Listen, South Carolina has a terrible season anyway, so maybe if you pay off the coach for something like, hey, look, okay, you're going to dominate the first half, right? And then in the second half, we're going to dominate and win. Now, why would they do that? This is a conspiracy theory. Why would they do that? Well, I'm going to tell you why they would do that. Because Texas A&M quarterback is number 4 on the Heisman watch list. That's right. He is number 4. Now, imagine this perfect story, right? Quarterback, Texas A&M, their team's down 30-3. All hope is lost. But then, Here comes the Texas A&M quarterback, making perfect throws, hitting dimes and nickels, bringing his team back from the brink of falling with another loss against all odds. The Texas A&M quarterback regrouped his team and carried them all off to victory. Perfect script right there. Win the Heisman, then you set off into the sunset. Heisman voters look at that type of story and scenario. They do. Maybe so. This is just a conspiracy, alright? I ain't saying it was scripted, but I'm just saying it kind of played off like a Hollywood movie type deal, okay? You know how these teams get down, really down, like Texas A&M was? Only scored 3. But then there's that big halftime speech to get them back in focus. Yeah, Texas A&M, they had that moment. I'm not saying listen, I just think it was South Carolina being South Carolina. But there are people who think that, and I don't blame them for thinking them that way because it does make sense. That's all I'm saying. Scripted? I don't know. South Carolina being South Carolina, I would say yes. But scripted, no. I was about to say I need to go grab that key and so I can unzip my mouth, but it was just a gag that wasn't going to go nowhere. So I was going to act like then come back, leave, then come back and go like this. And then oh guys, I had to go grab the key so I'd be able to unzip my life. Ain't that funny? Okay. Dang, look at our offense with their points and their drives. Oh, and it's raining right now in Columbus. Okay, so there's a little bit of weather to this game right now. The ball's going to be slippery. So if anybody drops the ball, can't blame the popcorn anymore. Because it's going to be literally the rain. Because it is raining now. But we're moving the ball downfield, doing, again, what we want. Just like we do with any other football team that we play. Oh, did he step out? They're looking to see if he stepped out before he caught the ball. Number 11. Who's that? Peoples, right? Oh my gosh. I'm never going to get these things right. Never. Never say never. Let's go. Saying goes back to pass. Okay, hits down his check down man easy for a first down. Let's go. Be moving the ball at will. Beautiful pass. Yeah, our guys definitely look focused. So that's next week. Okay, well, that was going to be it's gonna be it's gonna be something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something. Whew, when we play that game. That's all I'm thinking about, guys, at this point. Because we already know we're gonna beat Rutgers. We already know we're gonna beat this team, so the only game left on our schedule is that game. Will Ryan Day finally get over that hump? Will he stop being kryptonited by that team that lives in your head like a rotten potato? Actually, I think that team lost today. Last time I looked at their game, I don't watch their games at all. Okay? If I see it in the scoreboard, then I'll look at it and move on. But I don't watch their game, so I don't know if they really won that game or not. Hopefully they lost. But, I mean, it'll be much sweeter, though, if they are still ranked. And, we'll get another top-ranked team. Not like we need it, because even with one loss, we're still going to get in the playoffs. So, you ain't going to leave the Ohio State Buckeyes out of the playoffs. Because if you do that, then there's no playoff. It's not going to be a playoff. You want the best team in there. You do. It's true. 3rd and 11. Let's see what Ryan Day comes up here. Come on, let's get this first down, guys. We're at their 30-yard line. UCLA's 30-yard line. Same goes back to pass. I think it's going to be... at first I thought it was going to be over the tight end's head, but he was able to bring it down. And oh no, we got Sane over here limping. That's not good because I don't even know who our backup quarterback is. So hopefully, he's able to do the Taylor Swift thing and, shake it off. Hopefully he's able to do that so he's still able to play in this game. But if he's like where he can't even come out, then if he has to come out, then if he's where he's at where he can't come into the game, then we need to take him out and rest him up. And give our backup quarterback a chance. I don't even know who our backup quarterback is. He's only came up for sweep and mopping duty, after the game's already over. I don't even know how good he is really in this type of game situation. But it is 10-0, so take that. We're moving right along, right where we should be. But I'm just worried about Sane at this point. Man, yeah, when he got hit by the UCLA linebacker right there, his ankle kind of went sideways and it kind of came up limping. He is smiling on the sideline, so that's a good sign. I like to see that from him. He looks like he's walking it off, but he is in the medical tent, so I got to keep a close eye. Hopefully he's all right, but the good thing is if he can't go back in this game, then, we can rest him for the big game that we have left, basically. The only game that we have left, because Rutgers ain't going to be much of a game. This ain't going to be much of a game. It's going to be a blowout is what it's going to be. But hopefully he's all right. Keep him, obviously we're going to find out what's wrong with him. If we see him back on the next possession, hopefully we do. We don't necessarily need him back in this game, though. I think it'd be fun to watch the two backup quarterbacks go at each other. Personally, it would make the game a little bit more funner. But then, of course, that would require that, hey, Sane actually is hurt. So hopefully he just be like, hey, coach, put up the backup in and let me rest this game. And, let him play against Rutgers as well. And let me rest up for the only real game that we got left on our schedule. So I guess we'll just find out here whether Sane will be able to come back in the game. I'm going to go ahead and assume that, we'll probably will see him back in the second quarter. But I guess we will get the answer to whether or not Sane is coming back into the game, which I believe he will in the second quarter because that is the end of the first. Ohio State 10, UCLA 0. No surprise here. Doing what we always do. On to the second quarter.